Abusiafo akɔfa do suro paa yie because the aba do no he say why former president but ɔnkɔ Scott free saa ahai Alpha 1G kyena na first time aba so a ɛni di no bo coins na subscribe ama yɛn sɛ bɛnya news bia na ɔhyɛ bia wobɛnya notification phone so na abɛhwɛ afei nso ɛmara fi so bɛhyɛ mo adamfo so ɛnyɛ bɛti for me nka nsɛm so ten ɛyɛ in this transitional team nim sɛ wɔnom ka ho no like ebi yɛ Julius Debrah ɛsɛdiketia ɛyɛ atɔforce ne nkɔfo mkeka ho a yɛntimi mbɔ mu dim because time kontia nyaa so ɛyɛ Julius Debrah ɛsɛdiketia ɛne nkɔfo mkeka ho a kyɛ sɛ ɔmo no sɛ no ɔmo na take over right now because Julius Debrah is right now the current chief of staff na in sema ABB me hu say eye o say akondota eye Tony no on the ambassador for Ghana e Netherlands former ambassador for Ghana e Netherlands no about when so ka say o kan che Ghana for nya say NDC transition team no e was some yedin after some more yedomo call office enra no nyema bi akofa do aye nyema bi aba o me aye nyema bi am be leaders for aye no I'll make sure some of the evidence nyina any fact nyina wakwa yede kwakwa che ECOWAS for because ECOWAS for eno buy a better magic enra na ye president na history pa ebeka John Dramani na make because the entire nation ma akofad ye hu akuku dam bise wa ha that means Burkina Faso for Mali for no maka ka nyina Nigeria for Tinubu ene san kofo mo akuku dam nya dignity for nyina no adom omotomachi enti sa any transitional team no information we say evident fact bi akofad do dia aye dia se o man nya o make sure some pull out dem ECOWAS for na akofad face the law that boy jump face the law na nkofo mka onka ka so face the law abronye omo kaka ho ye good morgan ha omo so omo kasa gbegbegbe Salam Mustafa omo nyome omo face the law kam ne nko tin sema eye Dr. Tony Ababonte bekeba ne den komatwa ye atoazo
that this is the state of affairs. We don't have to wait 2 months, 3 months before you do that. We were confronted in 2009 with the same situation when Kufuor hanged a millstone round the neck of Professor Mills, to the extent that our promise of one-time premium payment for NHL could not come on. That is what the MPP does. Set traps. Let us know the real state of affairs. And it must come from the transitional team. And it must be reflected in every statement that the president makes. If we don't know how to handle power, then let's not get power.
But Doc, everything you expected him to have said yesterday, he said on the campaign trail. He said it after he's been declared winner of the president. It was
too diplomatic.
Even on the campaign trail?
On the campaign trail, how many people will believe that it was not just campaigning for power? Now that you've got the power and you've got access to the real information on the ground, let it out. Let the people get to know.
But he's also been saying that since he was announced as the winner of the elections.
He's been saying what?
He's been talking about the state of the country.
Let us have it spelled out in black and white. List every action or inaction that has resulted in the country's current situation. And it's only the transitional team that can bring out this information. Let them issue a statement so that we know what the real state of affairs are. You don't need diplomatic, cryptic messages.
There's also the part about what he said about Ghana's interactions with the world, the globe, essentially. and the kind of people who turned up, including those leaders who was the leaders of Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, who had broken the front of ECOWAS, the fact that they turned up or their representatives were there, was that significant for you?
Yes, it was. It goes to show that the diplomatic faux pas that Akufo-Addo resorted to is being broken. It's good that we had all these dignitaries attending his inauguration. We have to rebuild our diplomatic relations with our neighbors. Rolling started like the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. They have destroyed the country. And the people must know.
So what you expect, in fact, on the matter of the sub-region, rebuilding our relationships and everything, ECOWAS is in tatters now. What essentially can President John Dramani Mahama do to perhaps reunite ECOWAS and help ECOWAS to go back on the direction it was on?
Well, the diplomatic people who came, all the heads of states, give us a start. We are rebuilding not only our diplomatic relations, but our international image. Already, on the 6th of January, Akufo-Addo broke up diplomatic relations with the Sahrawi people. How? When the whole of Africa has united to back the freedom fight of the Sahrawi People's Republic. This Akufo-Addo man, he must face retribution of the people. He must answer for every damage that he has caused this. It's not a brotherly affair. Telling us that Akufo-Addo and you were friends and so on and so forth. That's not what Ghanaians want. We want the truth.
But does the fact that he promises to be plain to the people not an indication that perhaps in the coming days that will be done?
Senator, come again.
In fact, the former president says, I will speak plainly to the Ghanaian, be decisive and sweet. Does that promise not give an indication that what you're asking for, perhaps in the coming days, you'll see more of that?
If you tell Ghanaians what the true picture is, then you get their buy-in. They must know the truth.
And you expect them to start saying that from today?
From today, of affairs in Ghana must issue from the transitional team, so that the average Ghanaian knows what is at foot relative to the promises you have made.
What happens if they fail to do this?
Well, then you carry your own hunchback. You carry your own incubus.
Well, Doc, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning.
You are most welcome.
Dr. Tony Edu is former Ghana ambassador to the Netherlands. Join us on the line. 35 minutes past 8 here in the studios of Radio Gold 90.5 FM. What do you think?
Or is it
everything.
Oh,
Whichever angle you decide to come at it.
Oh, okay. Make I say Jumedi no enra. Eko ye. Eko kama pa. Ghana wins. Great speech. It was clear and unifying. And event also was well organized. Koye sound, BBBR was okay. Inti mebo M24 abaso. Mebo mabaso. A woman say adiano unyan 100%. 1 or 2 BDA. There were 1 or 2 errors via ECOWAS, but the papa net endorse a chain. Yeah, the positives net endorse chain negatives and also. Na asemwa anase speech a John Dramani Mahama Mayeno. Ene a year opening and the Kasa CCA mustn't be an ame dream. A shia pepe. Because another payer and aname bo Jinapo voice beer. Or me say administration a queno. Near Momuja Wachino. When it comes to even fan why Beshana ye deep Juma light once and some ya ye baby nya pro.
Abusianfo native ni atensema Dr. Tony Ababontin Ababeka na uti ni nsem na wokana na ni abre. Yehwe na mama speech na ni kwanza nka mama edicha akofado. Di obi bia akofado mpewasem. Wahwe niema Bababontin expose upon expose Bababontin say kufu niema spiritually and physically some you feel is as 7 January and no etono nyankopon paibo ene Ghana from paibo ene asofo mpanifo mo Ghana paibo ene timejeo enkanya de anka bitima de survive enti umpu we de omompewase enti enya ho na wako kikanse mpa de afa ne ho because bra wo ba wona wa bem kwampu no ono ankasa lady ekome preko mamo ye demonstration akese den editiao ba man for pa mamo ye naked demonstration editiao so we den afi do Ababontin ono nko etimi fe me Tony eye beka Johnny ni adade o se sa nyema na ehu hia sa wakasa asem no kano kreche to me say we no my we na mba mabeye because Niema okano e campetro ni nyina no mafa badwin se bia ode e campekeke enti final one was enka wokache Ghana fo nyina no wasenga Ghana fo nyina ede agitum se ampanyampa wo campaign zema wakanka nyina ede no ni abre na alright me atete nyina no de ba bede another question is out ba bede because enya wana wakase oh enyamba ayeba o me wa yade ena sisi chinenim because ono anko beye di obi upe we dey omompewase and na Dr. Tony Ababontin be no say scanners upon scanners be IPP nyina no make sure so be dey would be check na phone ya na o ma face the law kam ne nkutinze me cause ba ne le ngomo twa dey ato
so from the onset aban yi be kono obe say wa set trap bi dey ato MPP Akufo-Addo Baumia Oma aban ye ko yi almost set it trap with the ato, and I know His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is aware, and he said it. Baby okoyo kind, so me say I set it trap be ato the amano, so be freely. And run his speech, you know, ko ye dear, but once I told the beer, ye may you, same be or one say, Senator Debisa, you know the man, he doesn't like you. On pewasem ukoso ba fom si on pewasem on be pese obeba ababe yo mpani a Ghana ye bibia be koyi ma seti tra bebre dia to nti ana no pe na meka se me de minyae pa anka na watwi kopi me bia next week no enka every sector
one after the other
every sector nka yemi hu de ekoso ye nim se ade na tetia pansama sei but to the extent say na ade na sei and come me every sector.
Like how bad it is?
Yes. My Ghana who said it to be honest. My train maybe 4 months, 6 months time. See any many ye come you who said it. I was side an idea. Many Dr. Tony do admit, and my dreams are some and talk kind of person and me bomitinko. Cause I didn't say, say, oh, ebia, mammy, nature of a casa, some for the Ghana for. Well,
Give me a moment. Patrick has joined us in studio. Let me just do a spot of advertisement. We will come back. We'll continue with this discussion. In fact, we'll be able to speak to Dr. David Kesi and also have a conversation with Professor Kobe Mensah. Yes. And again, Opoku Ajiman, they will lead this country for the next 4 years. Their presidential term started by midday yesterday. And Patrick, that's what we do. You were on the event grounds yesterday. First of all, how was it? How was it like? Paint us a vivid picture. I was not there. I had to be here, so we could see the videos. But
thank you very much, Sana. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you in this year, so yes, it is in order for me to say Happy New Year to you, and also to add same as normally it was, like the chaotic situation that we witness or observe when we are having this particular swearing in or inauguration ceremony. It wasn't like that. It was well organized, and so I have to say kudos to the organizers, the brain behind the organizational structure of the program yesterday.
Very orderly.
So, very, very orderly. Okay. And the only situation has to do with at the main gate where supporters and Ghanaians trying to have a glance of the president, but it's going to be very, very difficult for you looking at the barricades that were mounted all around. So it will be very difficult for you to do that. And so it brought it brought calm or serenity around in terms of chaotic situation where you see a group of people. Sometimes it even hinders the smooth running or the process of the particular, of that particular occasion. And so I think that yesterday's the organization, even where the media was even positions and everything, the cameramen and where the parliamentarians were sitting and everything, it was well organized. You wouldn't even see a drone flying, but there was a particular link of a rope far from the arc of the Independent Square to the other side, where you see a camera running through to take the drone shots of the occasion or the ceremony. So for me, I think it was well organized. We didn't hear any incidents of people collapsing or issues of people having issues with their health because of the crowd nature of the program yesterday. So for me, the organization and everything, it went well. And I listened to Dr.
I was coming there. In terms of attendance, like you said, many party people wanted to
so
come.
So if you look, if you know the Black Star Square very well, you realize that we have
I was informative for any information about the trainer. So say Utsi Nyema a young for Eka and Dr. Tony Kana. Or say NDC transition team no. Julius Debrah a Sidun Ketia. One of them can me a cuckoo dam no. I was say pulling with evidence I chest and Kofu and I say o mine. Ghana for committee Grumbu himself Kofu and say o mine. The mama take you over various sectors no. I was make sure that this are near my scandalous behind the babonting. Now I'm not watching go form or babonting. I'm a better mochi and no to say ECOWAS for no. Burkina Faso United, President Burkina Faso President United. Eba beta mochi Liberian President United and Baba beta mochi no. Omu nyina ne kabum no be ECOWAS no. Enti after say one of my reunited the we no. I was all making sure say the NDC transitional team no. There is some evidence be to coach who say Akofa that say on mine no. Akofa do be on the Ghana kokudu no. Wa bugana foku wa bogana krono. Na Akofa the MPP leaders they face the law. Now no, and I say Dr. Tony Ababunti cheche nimem amiate sa nima we ase. Now we know and our kase. During Mahama speech in any kwanso was spell back kra. Ni kwanso was spell mo back krampo. No zen coordinate si form a chiomenim. Because opa kansen pafa no we de here omompewaze. Akape se be 10 days ama 7th of January do so ya no ama be so ino. Yet, Mahama Yari and Raisi, came till about one tinker saying, Go for ya, don't you don't meet me be as on made on be my mefio on Bukunania and the Mon Payma. As of for necessity form, Bob on Pine in a Mafra, which in our young Perry in our hot to their Chegana for a non adult 20 above and teaches as Nimari, or say, we're speaking excellent, but the honors and culture meaning. And no about teacher any more matches and yansang. So, can't say bit my that chair or comment a bit in Swashi. I'm more down for so near for one chakram.